This is the Super Bowl of the lightweight division. This is the biggest fight, the best fight and the best.
In what could be a career-defining fight for both combatants, Devin Haney puts the unified lightweight championship on the line against former dominant champion Vasiliy Lomachenko in a 12-round boxing main event.
Two evenly matched guys, two tremendous professionals.
This fight has been marinating for months since Haney first took on and defeated former unified lightweight champion George Kambosos Jr. twice last year.
On paper, this is my toughest test, but I look to make it an easy night on Saturday night.
Lomachenko has wanted to be an undisputed champion since he turned professional a decade ago in 2013, and he may have missed out on his best chance of accomplishing that when he opted not to face George Kambosos Jr. when he held all the belts.
It's a last chance to be undisputed.
Haney is popular but not a huge worldwide star, and his fame in the US is still in its infancy due to his lack of high-caliber opposition.
When he had the belts, he didn't want to fight me.
We're going to see how good Haney is because Lomachenko will be in better shape than his last fight against Jermaine Ortiz last October.
This fight will be very, very hard for both us.
Loma was coming back from a 10-month layoff when he took the fight against a sharp Ortiz.
I'm happy to come back in the ring and make this a great show.
Haney looked massive with his welterweight-sized frame standing next to Lomachenko, and it's hard to contemplate the two competing because they look like they were 3 to 4 divisions apart in size.
He's a smaller man, and I'm going to pose my will on him.
Haney versus Lomachenko for the undisputed lightweight crown is the biggest fight of 2023.
On paper, this is my toughest test, but I look to make it an easy night on Saturday night.
Lomachenko is a 2-time Olympic gold medalist who compiled a staggering 396-1 record as an amateur before winning world titles at featherweight, junior lightweight, and lightweight.
I had Lomachenko in my top 10 pound for pound when he had, I think it was one pro fight.
After a nearly 11-month layoff spent serving with a territorial defense battalion in his native Ukraine, Lomachenko held off unbeaten contender Jermaine Ortiz last October.
He's a fighter that gives Devin the credit and the validation of being a pound-for-pound fighter.
Haney has come a long way from humble beginnings fighting in Tijuana bars at 17 years old to headlining a PPV fight in Las Vegas.
I want my name to be mentioned with the greats. I want my name to go in the history books.
Haney has continued to progress as a pro with impressive wins over Juan Carlos Burgos, Zor Abdullaev, Yuri Ortiz Gamboa, Jorge Linares, and Joseph Diaz Jr. He is unbeaten in 29 fights, and though he earned belted status from the WBC in 2019, he wasn't taken wholly serious as a champion until he dethroned the previously unbeaten Kambosos. Haney says his fight with Lomachenko will be a war, but that's not how he fights.
He showed a high IQ, but I'm just a totally different fighter. I'm on a totally different level. So
the style that Haney uses is a blend of jabbing and clinching.
I truly believe that I'm the better fighter, I'm the better competitor.
He jabs and grabs his opponents while falling in or clinches them when they get near enough to get their shots off.
May 20th, I will be ready for whatever Loma brings.
Haney lacks the power to go to war with his opponents, and his mindset is more about neutralizing his opponents defensively by holding them or staying on the outside to use his big height and reach advantage over his short foes.
He is very strong, smart boxer, and it will be very, very hard.
In both of Haney's fights against Kambosos, he was clinching non-stop, and referees let him get away with it.
We've been prepared for him for 4 years.
In addition to being several weight classes larger than Lomachenko, the 24-year-old Haney is a lot younger than the 35-year-old Loma, and he looked better in his last fight against George Kambosos Jr. than he did against Jermaine Ortiz.
This is a legacy fight for me. Loma at one time was #1 pound for pound.
The 2-time Olympic gold medalist Lomachenko is still a good fighter, but he's slipped a notch in the last 3 years since his loss to Teofimo in October 2020.
Lomachenko was always chasing champions, the big names.
Lomachenko could cause problems with a southpaw style and elite-level footwork that allow him to play sound defense and utilize unique angles to land punches.
All the skills and the determination to make it a great battle.
There's also a sizable gap in experience thanks to the older man's nearly 400-fight amateur career compared to Haney's 146.
Too skilled for a Loma who, in my mind, is getting a little bit older.
But when having the kind of size advantage that Haney has over Loma, it doesn't matter how skilled he is.
He looked like a friggin' giant next to Lomachenko.
Also, Lomachenko isn't young at 35.
Haney's got that edge because of his age.
He's no longer in his prime, and he's facing a much younger 24-year-old Haney, who is at his best right now, being able to fight in a weight class that gives him an advantage.
He's got the size, he's got the reach, he's got the youth.
Haney has already achieved his goal of becoming undisputed, and now he will step into the ring to earn the respect he deserves.
We're fighting for independence. We're fighting to get our name back, to be in control of our destiny, and come May 20th, you're going to see blood, sweat, and tears.
For Lomachenko to win tonight, he must get inside and fight through the avalanche of tie-ups that spoiling, fight-slowing Haney will initiate.
Lomachenko is going to see something that he's never seen in the ring before.
Loma doesn't possess the size to fight the much taller, longer Haney from the outside, so it's crucial that he gets in close and can find a way to work while being held.